Guys, I'm back again. I know been on a pretty long hiatus, and I did get a few comments like, "Hey, bro, where'd you disappear to?" Now, let me just state that of course, I had to go through life like anybody else, but fortunately for you guys, I've taken in a lot more information. I've been watching the Sean Ryan show. If you don't know about it, I think it's egregious. Go check it out. Joe Rogan, but mainly the Y Files and the Sean Ryan show. I mean, these guys are impeccable. I mean, like uh, Billy Carson. Um, my favorite so far is the Sean Ryan interview with Victor Vescovo, the oceanographer that does all the deep divings, and he's done the Grand Slam. For people that don't know, the Grand Slam is going to the bottom of all 5 oceans and then summiting every mountain, including Everest. And this guy's got a lot of knowledge. He talks about, like when you're staring out into the abyss stares back into you, which is very eerie to think. He's investigated the Titanic wreck. But what I was going to make this video about today is, I'll try to keep it short, is just kind of summarizing everything I've got together. And to me, the world looks a lot different and things make more sense to me. Long story short, regardless if you've got a PhD from Harvard, a master's degree from MIT, it's still all speculation. Nobody knows what happened 200,000 years ago. Now, we've got all of these scrolls and books and stuff that give us a general idea, but nobody fully understands what it was really like to be alive, 200,000 years ago. I mean, I think it'd be mind-blowing. It'd shatter your mind. Like, you wouldn't be able to fathom what this planet really is and what it was X amount of years ago. But I just wanted to say, with the whole situation, conspiracies, I mean, all these projects from the CIA, the biggest terrorist group on the entire fucking planet, throwing coups and putting people in position of power that, agree with them. I mean, it's just all stupid. But it turns out that it is a battle of good and evil that exists in every race. I mean, you've got the Alpha Draco reptilians that have infiltrated our government and our planet. You've got the Greys that met with Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1954. You got the Pleiadians that also met with them. The Pleiadians were like, hey, we can show you how to just be peaceful and everybody get along and coexist on this planet and everything's good. You don't need the technology to have all this war power because you would never have a need or desire or necessity to go to war. Everybody could cohesively live on this planet. Or you can go with the Greys and they'll give you technology to be the strongest nation in the entire planet and be able to win all wars. You'll be so strong people won't even have the desire to go to war with you. And that's all from a demonic standpoint. Because a normal average person that is walking on the right side doesn't want war, poverty. I mean, this shit is just ridiculous. Ukraine, Hamas, the Palestinians, Israel running the United States. You don't think Israel doesn't run the United States? AIPAC, American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Every president since the dawn of time has gone to the Temple Mount, Rock of the Dome, in Jerusalem with the little yarmulke hat and then prayed and touched that wall, the Western Wall. Guys, it's all spiritual. At the very end of it, you can be like, oh no, it's because, Hamas did this and this terrorist group did this. It's all demonic. There's good and there's bad. That's it. There's no in between. You don't get to say, well, I don't really rock with the devil, but I don't really want to be a Christian. I'm just going to stay here on the middle lines. No, you're going to be fucked either way. You have to choose. And I mean, they're doing it right. I mean, look at our music, the movies, social media, Disney, all this sex trafficking. Epstein was just one of many. Epstein's not even the tip of the iceberg. Neither is fucking P. Diddy. They're more just fallacy guys, fall guys, Ponzi schemes, scapegoats, the pivotal central figure of distraction. So, hey, we can look over here and ask, where's the Epstein list? I don't need to see the list. I have a very good feeling and assumption of who was on the list. We know Donald Trump's on the list. That's the reason why he ain't got released. Guys, I'm telling you, anywhere from Liam Neeson to Tom Hanks to Eddie Griffin to Dave Chappelle, has probably been on that goddamn plane. Now, maybe they haven't directly been on the plane or been to the Epstein Islands. But anybody in that position of power that has that much money, has that much platform, that can put out 8 specials on Netflix and get, a $80 million deal for 3 movies, they're able to do that because the people in power allow them to be there. So, yeah, they're doing the same thing that everybody else assumes they're not. Oh, no, not Tom Hanks, not Forrest Gump. Yes, everybody. Anybody that's in Hollywood that has movie deals, that has a record deal. I mean, don't even get me started on rappers these days. Anybody famous. I mean, Travis Scott did a fucking concert at the fucking pyramids, which to me is heresy. And he had UFO flying over. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing in Giza? Like, why are y'all having a concert and desecrating and disrespecting this holy land? Like, this is ancient Egypt. This is used to be the land of Kim. Like, what are y'all doing? All of these people that are in strategic positions of power are allowed to be in those positions because the people in power allow them to do so. So, yeah, they have to go through rituals and all of this and cover their eye. They got to do all that. Whether you see it or not, it's subliminal, it could be nonchalant, it could be indirect, but they are directly under that power. Now let's talk about the people of power. There's the 13 bloodlines, the 13 families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, so on, the Orsinis. But they are controlled and infiltrated by a higher power. So the 13 bloodlines, the 13 families that run this planet of 8 billion plus people, they're also allowed to be in power by a higher power than them, which is the Draco reptilians. They don't shapeshift. They're able. They resonate at a higher frequency, so they're able to manipulate our minds to allow us to see what they want us to see. But the veil's starting to come down. So the Draco reptilians, like on Y-Files, Hecklefish calls them lizard people. They have these co-alliance dumps, which are deep underground military bases. You got one in Mount Hayes in Alaska, you've got Mount Shasta in California, and you've got hundreds of more. I mean, the Dugway Proving Ground in Utah is like an upscale, state-of-the-art, upgraded Area 51. And people are still talking about Area 51. I'm not going to say it's kind of like a waste of time or redundant, but that's what they want you to do. Keep focusing on Area 51. Talk about Area 51, Area 51. When we have 600 other bases that have way more secrets than Area 51. But yeah, y'all are dumb. Keep giving us shit about Area 51 while we got 9 alien spacecraft. Reverse engineered alien reproduction vehicles. The REARV. REARV. We've got reverse engineered alien reproduction vehicles right now, 9 of them, all different sizes and shapes, in Dugway Proving Ground in Utah. And that's just the start of it. So some of them, the UFOs you see, are reverse engineered man-made UFOs. They're trying to figure out, there's no propulsion, there's no heat. How are they doing it? Well, it's an electromagnetic field. They're creating their own gravity. They're using 0-point energy that Nikola Tesla discovered in the 1700s, but they murked that motherfucker and took all his research. And only gave his kid 20 boxes out of 60. And you know where the rest of them went? To Donald Trump's dad. This motherfucker was researching time travel. Don't get me started on the death ray. That's called the Tunguska incident, where 80 million trees were flattened in a split second. They say it's an asteroid. No, it was not. There was no crater. This guy was harnessing 0-point energy from what they call the ether. And that's also what the firmament is. It is a transparent, translucent, electromagnetic energy field of ether. You can't break it. And so I'll touch on the moon thing just for a second. In the Great Space Race / Cold War with Russia, say there's 6 elements to the space race. Well, Russia beat us in the first 5. There's only one event left in the space race, and that's putting a human being on the moon. Well, we're still 10 years at this point behind Russia. They didn't send a dog up, a satellite, they didn't already orbited the moon, they didn't orbited the Earth. There's 6 events. Just for hypothetical. Russia then fucked us in the first 5. So now the government's like, the United States citizens and the government's like, damn, out of 6 events in the space race, Russia's won the first 5. So now they're doubting our capabilities, our seniority. And then there's also the worry, well, if they can send a dog and a monkey and a satellite into space, what if they send nuclear weapons into space on a satellite? And that satellite's orbiting Earth, and when that satellite gets to an orbit to where it comes around the United States of America, they can just launch the nuclear weapon from the satellite. We wouldn't even be able to detect it until it's too late. And so I kind of get where they're coming from for that. So they're like, well, fuck. The most important event out of this whole space race is putting a physical human being on the moon. They couldn't do it. They're 10 years away. They couldn't even go through the Kuiper Belt. The Van Allen belt, the radiation is just ridiculous. They can send a dog. Who gives a shit about a dog, right? So what they do is they get Stanley Kubrick. They go to Area 51. They go underground because, I mean, it's a big facility. It's most of it's underground. And they shoot and film a fake moon landing to, like, say, yeah, Russia beat us in the first 5 events, but we won the most important. And faked it. Just so they could give America, encouragement and hope and confidence to say, hey, yeah, they did beat us in the first 5. We was tripping. We caught back up. And not only did we catch back up, we excelled past them because we put a human on the moon. No, they filmed it. Stanley Kubrick filmed it at Area 51. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever watch American Horror Story, but I think season 11 is called Double Take. The first 5 episodes are about, like, zombies, and then, like, the last 4 episodes are specifically Dwight D. Eisenhower meeting with the Palladians and the Greys. He chooses what he chooses. We get microwave technology. They're like, hey, we're going to abduct people, but we'll be transparent about it. So we'll give you a list of everybody that we abduct, and it's just for biological experiments. It's not going to hurt. They won't remember anything. It's basically like it never happened, and it's just going to help us advance. And the government's like, okay, cool. Well, that was a lie. They never gave us, the government, a list. And they take way more people than they said they were going to. And it's not painless, and people do remember. But the government didn't care because we advanced technologically 20, 30, 40 years ahead of our time. Hell, Billy Carson on the interview said that, like DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, Raytheon, Skunk Works, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, all of these guys have technology, especially Raytheon Skunk Works, have technology 300 years ahead of civilian technology. Now, why won't they release 0-point energy, where everybody has free energy? Well, then you're taking the entire oil company out? Fossil fuels, nuclear, solar panels, wind turbines, electric vehicles, all of that is irrelevant. Now, I mean, that's a big implication, but just making oil irrelevant, you're destroying a $1 trillion industry. Think about Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Aramco is the #1 biggest oil company in the world, and their revenue is in the trillions. Shit, we're probably talking quadrillion at this point. And that's a lot of powerful people. So when billionaires go from billionaires to millionaires, which doesn't seem, most people are like, shit, I'd love to be a millionaire. Fuck $1 billion. I'd love to have 20 million. But for somebody that's net worth is 900 billion, and now they're only worth 800 million, yeah, that's going to piss a lot of people off. You're fucking with an entire fucking titan of an industry. Oil. Tesla figured out 0-point energy in the 1700s. Now we have electric cars, and guess what the cars are called? Tesla. It's all there. You just gotta do your research and figure it out. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the most powerful thing you can have. If you're standing in front of me, and I have the knowledge and the information to know that somebody behind you that you can't see has a gun pointed at you, now I have control. I could just not say a thing and watch your dumb ass get shot. Or since I have the knowledge, I could tell you, and you could get out of the way so you don't face harm. Knowledge is power. That's just a very crude example, but knowledge is everything. And I've learned the more that I figure out things, ironically, the harder my life becomes. And that's okay. I'm not looking to be like Sean Ryan or AJ from the White Files. I don't need 10 million plus subscribers. I can still get my information out, and if only 8 people watch this, then 8 people are more informed. Maybe I pique, out of the 8 people, maybe 2 people, I pique their interest, and they're like, hey, is he saying truthful things? Are these actual facts? Well, let me find out for myself and at least investigate. And then once you go down that rabbit hole, there's no returning. It doesn't matter what side you enter. All of these rabbit hole tunnels lead to the same overall point. Good versus bad. And if you look at the world right now, bad's winning.